What's going on today, guys? We got the garden up and going, so let's turn around and show you what it's all about. Okay, first let's go with the red beets here. We just watered it. We got a bunch of red beets just everywhere. We scattered them just everywhere, nowhere in particular. Yeah, they should be spaced out a little more. Yeah, but fuck it. And we also we got here. We got two sweet bananas. I already picked off all the flowers because, as you can see, they're way too small to be flowering. That's a jalapeno, and these three are all bells. All the bells or all the buds have been picked off because they got a long way to go. Over here, we got some major onion action. Drone footage. That was good. But there's a lot. It's hard to see with the light, but there's a lot of bunching onions. These are all in this row. Are all going to be red onions. Like I said, I gotta still thin them out here a little bit. And these ones that are a little more sparse, these are actually leeks. So we are actually gonna, be doing a shitload of leeks as well because they're great to cook with. See, here we got the lettuce, which I already thinned out. I don't want to thin out too much in case, one died or the ants eat them. And then we have some spinach right there and some spinach right here. And in between, well, there's a little rogue onion. Where's he at? Right. Sorry, guys, I'm looking into the sun. I can't really. Right there. Here's a rogue onion from last year. But in between, you can see nothing. So I don't know if all the rain or the ants washed away most of the spinach. So I gotta get another pack of spinach because there's a couple there and a little bunch here, and that's it. So I'll get some more spinach and plant it. It's no big deal. Now let's go to the super hots. I just had to plant, or I just had to give them some shake and feed Miracle-Gro because they are low on calcium and magnesium. That 3-4 inches of rain we got a couple weeks ago washed out all of the micronutrients from the Miracle-Gro soil. So as you can see, their leaves are jagged, they're bumpy, they're turned up and down. It's definitely calcium deficiency as well as some magnesium. I've already checked for aphids. There's no aphids. There you get occasional one here or there, but no spider mites. There's no aphids. You can see they're all clean. There's nothing on them, but they are splitting. So hopefully the shake and feed will give them the calcium and magnesium as well as nitrogen. These plants, especially peppers, can handle as much nitrogen, in my opinion, as you can give them. When they were growing up as seedlings, I gave them Miracle-Gro water soluble in the double cup method on the bottom pretty much every other day, and they were loving it. They sucked it up. They were doing a great root development, great leaves. I brought them outside and they just kind of blah. So I mean, they are splitting. They are for 2 weeks they're doing pretty good because all this splitting wasn't here 2 weeks ago. So they are growing, but you can see how the leaves are bumpy. They're kind of misshapen. I think it's calcium. Like I said, I haven't seen any aphids. That's not an aphid right there. That's a vein. But we've also get hit with brutal winds and a shit ton of rain. And I've taken off most of the, you see how they're all misshapen. I've taken off most of the buds just so it can focus on getting these leaves back to normal. This is the UFO pepper doing wonderful, surprisingly, because he was the smallest to start, and now he's the biggest. And the Carolina Reaper was the biggest to start, now he's the smallest. So, but as you can see, not much growth. I mean, there's maybe a couple little, poking out, but not much undergrowth. So, not really sure with the UFO pepper. It's still an enigma in my mind. This one, I have no idea. I've got so many damn peppers. I don't even know what the hell this one is. It's a tag. Oh, that's a cotton candy bubblegum 7-pot. This one I accidentally, when clipping off the buds, I accidentally clipped off the one side where it normally would have split. But even though that side is split and there's some new growth coming right in there. So regardless, it's gonna, you know, branch off, and we got a lot of good bottom growth. So this is the Dunnakent. The Dunnakent is, you know, has a bunch of branching. I tied up this guy because he's another big branching coming out. You know, a lot of undergrowth. You know, he's actually doing good, and I made the same mistake. I went to clip off the bud and clipped off one of the sides. I mean, it'll split and come back, but guys, you don't want to cut them buds too early. Just wait till they get bigger to the point where you can cut them off safely. This is the Big Mama Mustard. Let me go. Big Mama Mustard, I think. Yeah, Big Mama Mustard. He's splitting beautifully, you know, really looking good, surprisingly, out of the most that I have. This one is a 7-pot Pink Primo. He's starting to split and do good. This one is a Bubblegum 7-pot, and you can see, or no, I'm sorry, a Thor Thunderbolt. And you can see, guys, look at them leaves. They're very jagged. They're, you know, curling under. You know, they're just not. And again, there's no aphids. There's no pest. I've looked very carefully. You know, like I said, it might be too much water. Yeah, I just had to water because I put the shake and feed, and I had to water them. So I just gave them just enough to activate the shake and feed. So hang on a second, and I'll take you over to the rest of them. Here we go, guys. We're back. The tomatoes, however, are loving the rain. I mean, these guys were like little, like tomato rejects from the 5 for 10, and they were literally like this big. I mean, like, you see my hand way down here, and just in 2 weeks, they have taken off. Even in these 3-gallon buckets. I mean, I gotta get some 5-gallon buckets and put them in there, but I'll tell you, they're loving it. So this one is another Big Mama Mustard, not doing as well, but as you can see with the leaves curling, these weird jagged leaves, yellowing. I'm guessing because we got 3 to 4 inches of rain, it just kind of washed all the nutrients out of the Miracle-Gro soil. So I put about a tablespoon and a half of shake and feed. I know you're supposed to put 3 tablespoons per 12-inch pot, but I only had one bottle of shake and feed, so I'd rather start slow and work my way up. I can always add more if I need to. If I see that it's improving, I'll go get another bottle. But for right now, I just want to go slow and just, yeah, there are some holes. There are some lantern flies that are getting to it, but as you can see, it's splitting and doing good. I believe this is a Chocolate Primatale. Yes, Chocolate Primatale. The new leaves that coming in are a little better. Now that's starting to dry out a little bit. So that's doing a little better. We got another tomato. This one is a Roma. What was this one over here? This one's a big boy. Hence probably why it's bigger. This is another Chocolate Primatale, which, you know, the new leaves that are coming in are a little better, but still kind of, this one's still kind of warped and bubbly, but they are splitting, so it's not like they're not doing anything, and they are getting good undergrowth. So this one's a ghost. Lost all its top leaves except for these little ones that are jagged. Couple buds coming in. Really don't know what's going on, but it has good undergrowth. So hopefully the shake and feed will help. This one is another big boy tomato. This one, I believe, yeah, this is a 7-pot pink, and you can see misshapen leaves. You know, just bubbling. You know, I think the too much water plus the calcium and magnesium deficiency is just kind of getting to them. So it's a work in progress. We've only, in the last 2 weeks, only had literally like 3 or 4 days of sun to about 11 days of rain, plus wind just like crazy. It's the first day that hasn't been windy in weeks. And this is the Carolina Reaper. Now the new leaves are coming in a little better, but they're still kind of yellow and jaggedy. So I gave them a little more nitrogen, some more calcium, some more magnesium, and like I said, I only gave them like a tablespoon, or yeah, tablespoon to a tablespoon and a half. It calls for 3 tablespoons for this size of pot, 5-gallon pots. But like I said, I'd rather start out slow. I can always add more. You give them too much and you're going to burn their leaves. So if it works, then I know that they're lacking calcium and magnesium. If it doesn't work, back to the drawing board. But like I said, Carolina Reaper, he was big to take off, and he really, besides splitting a little bit, hasn't done much in 2 weeks. So not really sure. And this is the last Roma. He's just in a little 1-gallon pot. I'm gonna need to get another 3-gallon black pot. You can see he's curling out there. He's not like in the 1-gallon pot, but he is getting bigger, and he's got some little buds on him that I'll probably end up taking off because he's a little young to be getting tomatoes. But it's the garden for 2 weeks. Like I said, some are doing good, some are not. These ones out here in the patio are not doing as well as the ones down there. I'm gonna give these guys about a week or two. If I don't see substantial changes in these guys up here on the patio, I'm gonna move all these down around the garden. I'm just gonna, all them empty spaces you see, there and there, I'll just fill them in. I'll just put one a little farther out in the grass, and I'll just fit them the whole way around, because it seems like the ones down there, they're splitting better. They're getting more nutrients. Don't know why, but they're getting taller and better, and except for the 1 or 2 that has a little wind scald. Most of them are doing better, and these guys really not doing much. So we're gonna give them a week or two, see if this shaking feed helps. If it doesn't, they're all getting moved down there, and I'll just put them all around there and have one big garden patch. So we'll see, but we'll catch you all next time. Take it easy, y'all. Peace.